That is Aerosmith with I Don't Want to Miss a Thing. And I don't. Do you? This is Ryan Keys, your host of Spirituality with a Spin. I am freshly back. We've been talking about twin flame topics. But before I go on into any more twin flame topics, I wanted to read something by Jalaluddin Rumi, who was a Persian poet, a mystic, a dervish. A quote that I feel says more than most. I am not this hair. I am not this skin. I am the soul that lives within. Tell me that does not make you have goosebumps. Tell me if that does not ring true to you right now. To gather yourself in a place where you learn to nurture that which you are, to release the fight, to start to allow things to unfold. It's not about giving up your ideologies or your understanding of things. It's about embracing consciousness, embracing this awakening. Now, why are twin flames and soulmates such a huge topic on the internet? What is it about that topic that grabs us? Well, I would say it is in relation to our quest and our search for love itself, an understanding, an awakening of self where we can find a place to be operating in love and sharing love and giving love and basking in the benefits of that love. But the one thing we need to focus on in this quest for a flame is that love has no definition that is formed by boundaries. Love is expansive and encapsulating. Love surrounds us all, for we operate in this world because love exists. We operate because of light. If there was not balance, we would not exist. So I say, seek that which you are by understanding the I am and allowing that to become part of your daily quest, to dive deeper into yourself so that when you are presented with the arrival of this counterpart, this twin, so that you are so in tune with your instrument that they come into your world vibrating at a frequency that establishes a divinity, and that you just play in this harmony, this melody, and it begins to manifest and magnify all around you. And this momentum lifts you up as it lifts all of us up. Because the true awakening of what we're experiencing right now, in the real way to have a successful twin flame union, is not necessarily about battling these stages of what happens when I meet my flame. It's about understanding yourself Because as all of us will tell you, this is a mirror experience. This is you incarnate. Like I said, my story about eHarmony when I worked there as a consultant, there was a joke going on even on Saturday Night Live where they were terming it as me harmony, because everyone that got together and got married looked so much alike, and they were so much alike that it was almost comical. Now, was that not the original quest for a twin flame 12 years ago? When Dr. Neil decided he wanted to bring people together in a forever style of communion, where they identify their similarities and their strengths, building on their weakness, allowing each other to express themselves fully as a soul first, and then embracing the physical second? I say yes. Now, of course, branding and money get involved, but a seed of thought comes from love, comes from wanting to make a difference, comes from wanting to change people's lives for the better. And what we would really like to focus on today is those levels that you're going to encounter during your twin flame relationship in this age of Aquarius. Because the age of Aquarius is an age for understanding. It's about the balancing of polarity between masculine and feminine. It's about experiencing energy as our true identity, which is the essence of the twin flame unification, the integrative power of divine love, of becoming a better human race, at one with each other, cohesive, coherent, conscious. Because we can't survive with an individualistic mentality any longer. We're facing so many things in our world daily now, which are trying to define the amount of time we have left. But the magic exists in our ability to manifest, and to take that manifestation and apply it as momentum to create a miracle. And we will create a miracle. If I have my way, we will manifest this beautiful place of love. We will reclaim the garden. And yes, the twin flame union can feel like the biggest blessing on the planet, but it can also feel like the greatest weight has been dropped in your lap. Everyone has these radioactive thoughts and actions that either emanate beauty and love and wonderment, or the shift where you experience separation or denial, where they disengage. But all of these are levels of opportunity to assist yourself on how to learn to look for the blessing in the lesson, as my grandma used to say. Are you looking for the blessing in the lesson? All of this karmic cycle surfacing is nothing but the awakening of consciousness. It is about us becoming aware of self and source, redefining those boundaries which have been placed on us by science and man, where we finally are understanding that the energetic isn't defined by scientific theory 100%, where we understand that life extends past the physical form. The 3D world is no longer our definition of what is. We went back to the shamanic roots, to the roots of the dreamers, the miracle workers, the sages, the prophets. We are existing in an age now where we are becoming more in contact with the divine than ever before. And now we're using technology as a tool instead of technology trying to trap us with its chemistry and its science and its scientific way of setting up electric fences to hold us back. We are taking this technology and we are using it to reach out across the ether, to expand our consciousness, to expand our reach, so that you, my friends, are not alone in your struggle. We are here, I am here, you are there. But we are together, we are becoming one. We are becoming a cohesive force for good. So let's change the old karma by cycling out the old concepts, burdens, fear, failure. The inadequacies that we bring to the table don't matter. What matters is now. As Rumi said, once again, I am not this hair. I am not this skin. I am this soul that lives within. I am. The I am energy is radioactive. Let that propel you. I've got goosebumps like I can't tell you right now. And I am working on my emotional matrix, and I am bringing that resonation up. I am feeling that energy. If you feel that, give me an amen. You acknowledge that energy and you feel it, because I'm putting it out there. It's an energetic field and it's a wave. And we're going to ride it. We're going to just let it flow. We're going to let go. And we're going to watch this spirit of divinity, this Holy Spirit, transform this negative energy, anger into love, irritation into peace, suspicion into trust, so that you can look towards the ultimate victory of a spiritual path of ascension to that place where you and your twin are reunited, 3D or not, but reunited nonetheless, where you're able to look past the physical form to find the love in the lesson, the love in the experience, the joy, the hope. The bondage has been broken. The Ascended Masters are with us. The Aquarian Age is opening all of our hearts, all of our chakras, giving us that I am energy. I am that I am, and I have never been anything else. Can you say that with me? I am that I am. Let that resonate for you for a minute. So what I wanted to talk about today is 7 steps to make your twin union flame a little bit more successful. Tame the flame, baby, so you don't get burned. Now, when we meet our twin flame, we instantaneously perceive this magical moment. Our mind says coincidental. Our soul says monumental. Carl Jung kind of distinguished this meaningful thing as a coincidence where we encounter a union. It's the first step to realize the importance of opportunity and potential that exists between us and the everything. This is I am energy, 100%. And this gift that you've been given when you encounter that twin, and if you want to call it a soulmate, whatever you choose, that first stage, that union, is so poetic. It's so conscious. It's so important. It's almost faded in your mind. You establish this level that you feel that righteousness, that ability to take on anything. But then, like everything, the personal experience, the egotistic perspective, that past begins to encroach upon even this true divine solidarity of an emotional occurrence. It comes in like a thief. So, the honeymoon period of the relationship is brilliant. It's bright. It's like a radioactive energy. But then, once the swooning is done, what's the golden glitter has fallen to the ground, and you're left with self, when the truth and the authentic self start to emerge, and the personality of your twin starts to emerge, and we understand that it is less us or we and more you and I and me, because this relationship is I am. It is I am energy incarnate. And then both twins are being tethered and forced, almost like a baby's given a teething ring. They need something to chew on, and that becomes each other. And the primary purpose of that is to test the commitment of both twins, the validity of unconditional love, their awareness to face self, to become conscious beings, to let the past pain drop aside, where you believe you deserve this love, where you no longer live according to your past. Your past does not dictate your future, my friends. Karma is your dharma, and when your work changes, you change your karma. So when you begin that journey, you start to clean out the karmic closet. Both of you simultaneously doing your karmic housekeeping. And then you enter into the crisis stage, the uncomfortable one. I'm not gonna lie, it's the one where you realize, holy shit, they need a lot of work. I gotta have a lot of patience. This is gonna be a lot harder than I thought. The test, the crisis, the sudden love, and then a lesson in patience, understanding, grace, giving. When you realize that, whoa, this person is a lot like me, so their fears are my fears, and my strengths are their strengths, and I'm used to a soulmate where they pick up the slack. So when I feel weak, that weakness is their strength, and I can rely on them, and I can ignore my own weakness, for they bring their strength to the table. Not this time. And then fear starts to take precedence, and you might fight. You might pull away. You might push and go. You might feel as if, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? It's so difficult to break this condition that I'm experiencing. And then you start to realize that you can't live without each other. And that's one of the reasons why this particular stage is so painful. The rationalization stage, the stage of where you wake up and you say, we've got work to do, and we don't know how to do it. Well, let's do it anyway. So you can run, but you can't hide. When that crisis occurs, it's karmic, and it's coming for you. You will settle it, one way or another, with each other or not. I say settle it with each other, because the two of you are a force of one. And when you have two with a force of one, they get things done. They change the world. And the age of Aquarius is calling you. God, the creator, the source, the manifester, the big operator, placed a call on your phone and said, come home. Come home. Come back to the garden. Come back to the I am. Come back to the beginning, the place where we sat down and had dinner, when we had life-giving fruit, sitting by a tree, talking, relating, where you were able to see me, where you were able to sit down and sup with me, where we saw eye to eye. So that's what God is looking for, a rekindling of the godlike flame. So in order to rekindle that flame, we gotta light yours. So tame that flame. Tame it. Don't give up. Don't become defensive. Don't go into crisis and confusion. If you feel this is your true twin, and if this twin is not a codependency gone wrong, if this is not a faux flame, if this is someone that you honestly have emotional ties to, And you can say, this is my home. Fight for it by allowing everything you're feeling to happen, by embracing consciousness, by embracing awareness, by embracing that which you are scared of, by embracing that which hurts you. Let it flow through you, because it's purging the past out of you. It's giving you the present, this moment. And that's what I have to say on how we can tame the flame. And in the course of taming that flame, I think we need to understand that this romanticized, non-romantic relationship based on romance has a bunch of telltale signs that aren't so romantic. So when you're trying to say, I wonder, is this my flame? We know the big ones. But like I said, you're going to feel like you recognize that person from a past life. You're going to feel that immediate deja vu, that soul level recognition. It's going to happen instantly. You're going to look into their eyes, and you're going to be like, whoa, this is so intense. I feel like I'm looking into the eyes of a true love, of a mirrored soul right away. It's going to be like, I have found my ground and I can build my house. Your intuition will become heightened. You will become so deeply in tune with this situation that you'll be telepathic. And we've talked about that twin flame telepathy. You're not going to feel like you're floating on a cloud, though. You're going to have that increased telepathic skill, that increased intuition, that physical contact is going to increase this overall energy. It's going to have some magnetic potential, some magical synchronizations. You'll start seeing 1111, 1212, 818, 747. Like I said, I see 143. Then you're going to go into that whole dance, the rationalization of facing your fears. It's a push and pull. Some people say running and chasing, but you don't have to run, so you don't have to chase. I say don't run and chase, turn and face. Turn and face. Face your fear, please. The world, God, all of us are depending upon you settling this karmic place. Right? The human reaction, the human experience is all coming together. It's coming together. This human condition is elevating. And that feeling you have for your twin flame is going to be super indescribable. There's going to be no words to describe what that twin flame love is like. Magnetic soul energy. You'll feel what they're thinking, and they'll think what you're feeling. The reunion will be about expanding your consciousness and settling unresolved issues, operating at your highest potential, because you're going to become a beacon, a lighthouse, a light worker for everything that is going on in the world. And it's our responsibility to understand when we encroach upon this relationship, this phenomenon of twin flames, we are being called by name to be a volunteer to make a difference. That's the core issue of this. It's about the physical union coming together to recognize that goal, which is goodness and light. Now, the reason for your reunion, as I'm saying, is about shining a light into the world. Don't get all butthurt and all stuck in your own ego about, this is my twin flame. Yes. And now, one of the things we're going to talk about in another video that's going to be a little bit more taboo is sex with your twin flame. Yeah? Oh, yeah. Because we need to know about that. Right? I do. Do you? Tell me. Give me a comment. Do you need to know about it? I think we do. Why? Because it's also about the 3D experience. And you want to experience that as well. Let's don't lie to ourselves. Am I stepping on toes? I apologize. Twin flame sex is often the physical body experiencing an astral bonding through lower chakra points, which is going to give you this wonderful, wonderful input on the lower chakra that's going to rise up through your chest, rise up through your belly, rise up through your throat chakra, and take you into an astral plane of existence. And thereby your love making is going to turn into an energetic soul exchange. So it's not going to be like anything you've ever experienced before. It's going to be like a manifestation of spiritual love. Not just about, like I said before, beast mode. No. So you need to start working on yourself. Start working on your chakras. Start working on your own internal essence. Meditation, mantras, manifestation, law of attraction, if you need to call it that. But focusing on the flames. So that when you embark on that mission, it is ecstatic. It is on fire. So it's not going to be all fun and roses. You're going to learn a lot of lessons. But the one thing that you're going to know is that the twin flame happened at the worst possible time in your life. Because that is the time of your life which it is necessary for that moment to happen. It's going to be at a time of your life when you actually were not expecting it. But don't worry about it. Your soul is in control. And it is moving in a manner that your body and your mind does not understand at this moment. It is leading you down the path. So let it shine the light up ahead. That is how we're going to try to tame this flame. Now stay tuned with me in the future, and we're going to talk about some more of the sexual intricacies of the twin flame. But right now, if you're a twin, I hope you're laughing till it hurts. Talk about taking on the world together. And know that your other half is your better half because it is your half. And treat him as such. And keep each other grounded. Don't stop saying you love each other. And don't play games. Don't nag them. Don't be overbearing. Don't let your fear steer. And love all of the small things. Open their door. Give them a hug. Tell them they're beautiful. Make them feel like that special someone. Because this is a long-term relationship. This is it, baby. Together forever? Show me. Together forever is a buried treasure. And you make that. You dig it up and you present it like it's such. All right. It is time for me and mine to go unwind. I hope that you enjoyed this podcast. If you did, please subscribe on my YouTube channel. Please leave comments on my podcast, anywhere that you're seeing this. And understand, we're talking this out. We're exercising this information. We are trying to break it down as we go to find answers, no matter how slow it takes. I am asking questions just like you are. We're all a bunch of messengers with a message, trying to help everybody else have a better life. So treat each other as such. If you leave a comment, leave it in love. If you want to make a statement, make sure it stays on track. Light and love, and namaste. I will see you on the other side.